My peoples, it's your boy Mike, man. I done been off Facebook for a little minute, taking some time to myself to get myself together, collect my thoughts, but I'm back, and I want to talk to the married folk today about communication. Okay, I want to talk to you about communication, and I want you to get this. I want you to understand this because it's vital. It's important to the success of your marriage, to the success of your relationship. Okay, when you're communicating with your wife, when you're communicating with your husband, you need to make sure that you're talking to your spouse and not at your spouse. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. When you're communicating with your wife, when you're communicating with your husband, you need to make sure that you're talking to your spouse and not at your spouse. What is the difference, Michael? What do you mean? Talking to your spouse means that there's an open room for dialogue. So what I mean by that is they have room to share their thoughts. You have room to share your thoughts. You both are going into the conversation with an open mind, understanding that we need to gain an understanding on whatever it is we need to have a conversation about so that we can move forward progressively. Talking at your spouse leans to more of a dictatorship where it's either my way or no way, or what you say don't matter, only what I say matters, and you don't really give room for understanding. Okay, sometimes communication breakups are not because your spouse doesn't know how to talk to you. They're not because you don't know how to talk to your spouse. It's simply because you guys are not going into the conversation with the overall viewpoint of, I just need to understand how you feel. Okay, so when you're talking to your spouse and you guys are having different dialogues about different things, about different issues that you may be facing in your marriage, make sure that you go into it with the understanding that we're going to talk to each other, and I'm not going to sit here and talk at you where I'm talking to you like you're a kid. Okay, so because what happens is if you talk at your spouse, they tend to feel like, you know what, I can't talk to you. If your spouse ever says that to you, it's usually because you're talking at them, not to them. Okay, so if they ever say something to you like, I can't talk to you, it's hard to talk to you because you don't listen. Okay, and it's a hard thing, it's a hard pill to swallow because you may think that you listen great, but if your spouse says you're not listening, believe me, you're not listening. Because my wife told me a couple times, like, dude, you're not we talking, but you talking at me. You're not listening to what I got to say about this situation. So make sure that when you're talking and you're communicating with your spouse about whether it's an issue or where you just want their opinion on something, talk to them, not at them. Okay, talking at your spouse will lead you to be sleeping on the couch, fellas. Okay, talking at your spouse, ladies, will lead your husband to forget your birthday. Ain't gonna get no help right there, but it's all right. So, make sure that you're talking to your spouse, not at your spouse. Make sure you're having dialogue and not a dictatorship conversation where one party is controlling the pace of the conversation and the other party can't get any word in, or they can't tell you how they feel about what's going on because you won't shut your mouth. Okay? All right, so bear that in mind this week as you're going through your marriages, as you're going through your relationships this week. Talk to your spouse, not at your spouse, and I guarantee you your communication will get a lot better. All right, I love y'all. I hope you've been doing good. I hope your relationships are going good. If they're not, watch the videos that I'm posting. I'm putting them out here to help y'all. As I'm growing, I'm hoping you growing, and like it, share it, comment it. All right, peace.
Jumping out of the frying pan into the fire, always screaming out the devil is a liar. Truth is we've all lost touch.